Psychology fact: when someone needs to control you, they'll often call it love. They'll check your phone, question your friends, decide what's best for you, and you'll start believing that's They called it love, but love doesn't suffocate. Love doesn't shrink you down until you forget who you were before you met them. Love doesn't make you doubt your voice, your thoughts, your freedom. No. What they called love was really control, dressed up in concern, wrapped in routine. And you believed it because it looked like care, because it sounded like safety. But you didn't see that it was just possession in perfume. Control rarely comes at you with fangs and aggression. It comes with soft eyes and phrases like, "I'm just looking out for you. I just worry about you. You know I love you, right?" But behind every "I love you" was a condition. Behind every "I'm just checking in" was a test. Who are you texting? Why didn't you respond faster? Why do you need to go out again? You see, you thought they were protecting you, but really, they were fencing you in. Control masquerades as love. That's what makes it so dangerous. The subtlety, the unseen. But here's the truth. Most don't want to face. You taught them how to treat you. Because somewhere along the line, you started calling pain passion. You started confusing an anxiety with affection. Why? Because your first example of love were already broken. Your family loved you rough. They yelled and hit and said, "That's how we show we care." Your ex punished you with physical love, affection that always had a consequence. And now you're in a new relationship, but you're carrying that same blueprint. You flinch at softness. You get bored with peace. You train your new partner how to abuse you. Not directly, not intentionally, but energetically, subconsciously. You reward familiarity, even if it's destructive. Because somewhere deep down, you still think love is supposed to hurt. But real control doesn't shout. It erodes. It starts with small comments, jokes that sting just a little bit, a suggestion to change how you dress, how you look, who you are, a side eye when you speak your mind. Little by little, you become smaller. They don't need chains. They use doubt. They don't raise their voice. They weaponize silence. And suddenly, you're apologizing for having needs. You're censoring yourself to keep the peace. You're shrinking your world to fit inside their comfort zone. That's not love. That's emotional hostage taking. And you ask yourself, why do you stay? And let's be honest, you don't stay because you're stupid. You stay because you're conditioned. You learn that love means sacrifice. That pain means it's real. That if you try hard enough, the other person will finally feel enough to stop hurting you. But that's the trap, isn't it? You keep giving, they keep taking. And when you finally burn out, they ask you, why have you changed? This isn't love. This is about power. And you're giving it away. Just to keep someone who's already shown you they don't value it. And real love versus control, well, love doesn't monitor your phone. Love doesn't isolate you from your support system. Love doesn't mold you into something more palatable. Love amplifies you. It respects your decisions. It honors your voice. It wants you free. If someone's love only works when you're quiet, obedient, and afraid to disappoint, that's not love. That's psychological colonization. So, stop romanticizing your trauma. Stop carrying your old wounds into your new relationship and calling it loyalty. You don't have to stay in the pattern just because it feels familiar. But it never adds up, does it? You ever sit back and ask, why do their words sound so sweet, but their actions cut so deep? It's like emotional math, and the equation never adds up. They say they love you, but they watch you like a threat. They say they trust you, but every choice you make is questioned. That's not confusion. That's covert control. And deep down, you know it. The truth doesn't always come out in loud fights or obvious betrayals. It leaks out in microaggressions, the tone shifts, the look of disapproval, the slow erosion of your confidence. So, let me ask you this. Why do you keep ignoring it? Is it because you've been psychologically paralyzed, drained just enough to keep you numb, but not enough to walk away? And if this is love, then why is your body telling your brain we're suffering? Why does your nervous system brace every time they walk in the room? Why do you second guess your voice, your choices, your worth around the one who says they love you the most? You answer that, and the glass starts to crack.